Yes, good afternoon, Numpu, as well as the viewers at home. Yes, indeed, following the announcement by the EFF leader Julius Malema over the weekend that all EFF members who are the deputy mayors in the KwaZulu-Natal must vacate their positions with immediate effect, saying that they will also be initiating all the efforts in their attempts to ensure that the IFP is being removed from power in those municipalities. A number of them, the IFP that is leading currently 29 municipalities in the province of KwaZulu-Natal from November in 2021, the elections that took place. So the IFP in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, where it's enjoying the majority stakes, it's also governing in those municipalities, of course, with the coalition or the co-governing with some of the parties, including the EFF, which is now saying that it's cutting its ties with the IFP with a number of things it did say as well. Today, the IFP held a media briefing here at its headquarters in Durban, and also dispelled some of the things that were said by the EFF. One of those things the EFF did say was that they're going to initiate those efforts in removing the IFP from power, saying that it does not want to make business or have a relationship with the IFP. I'm going to be joined now by the IFP spokesperson, Mr. Mkhuleko Hlengwa, who's going to perhaps interpret some of the things that were said by the IFP president, Mr. Velenkosini Hlabisa, who was briefing the media earlier on today. Mr. Mkhuleko Hlengwa, are you perhaps now desperate in your attempt to ensure that you stay in power in those municipalities that you co-govern with the EFF?
No, there's no desperation at all. Desperation doesn't arise. You will recall that we once governed 2 municipalities in 2011 after those elections. So for us, being on the opposition benches would not be something new. And we are not prepared to govern at all costs. We are prepared to govern within the parameters of what is right, just, and in the collective interests of the people that we serve. The course of action that has been taken by the EFF is a missed opportunity, in fact, to actually press the reset button on the governance trajectory of this country away from the failed ANC. When they met with us, they said that the DA is no longer talking to them and ways and means must be found to deal with that if it is possible, and to use their words, in an effort to consolidate the opposition in this country. We had a meeting with the DA at the behest of the EFF, and the DA was quite amicable to having a meeting to iron out the issues and see where they could find each other in this endeavor. Right, that's point number 1. Point number 2, they said that they had an arrangement with the ANC which would deliver the following: the IFP mayorship in Mogale City, a proxy mayor, and that the ANC would identify a small party in COJ, which has already happened, a proxy mayor, and the EFF would identify a small party in Ekurhuleni, which would be a small party, a proxy mayor, and then lead those governments. And then they wanted Umhlatuza. We reflected on this as a party. We gave time to deal with what the EFF was proposing, because we got a working arrangement with them at the time, right? Now, when we reflected, we came to the following conclusions. 1, we are not agreeable to any coalition arrangement which is inclusive of the ANC. So it would mean that the proposals which were on the table insofar as Ekurhuleni, COJ, and Mogale City are concerned, the IFP are not agreeable to that. 2, we are not agreeable to handing over Umhlatuza municipality, where the IFP is currently leading the co-government. The EFF has got 6 councillors, and the IFP has got well over 30, right? So we made a proposal to the EFF and said, you want to showcase your governance, as they put it to us. Let us then consolidate the opposition in eThekwini and put forth an EFF mayoral candidate. They refused. Well, obviously they did because they've got a working arrangement with the ANC now. So we can't speak from both sides of our mouths as a party. The people are rejecting the ANC for a host of reasons. The country is on its knees, collapsed economy, jobs, inequality, poor service delivery, the whole 9 yards. We can't bring them in through the back door. So the EFF is well within its rights to take a course of action which suits their agenda, but their agenda does not suit the IFP. And so that is why then we parted ways in the manner that we did. And so we're not desperate. In fact, I hear there's this huge hullabaloo that IFP is going to lose 13 municipalities. That is exaggerating and overstating the EFF's influence. The impact of this decision by the EFF is most likely going to deal us a loss of 1 municipality, if not 2. The opposition is consolidated. We are working with them in the various municipalities to ensure service delivery for the people. So I don't know where this 13 comes from, but it's overstating and exaggerating the influence. Of course, in COJ and the Guruleni, we will lose the MMC positions, but we have laid a solid foundation, enough of a track record, which the people will know and they will test correctly in the next election.
I hear that the party won't be impacted anyhow. You're saying only 1 or 2 municipalities, but the EFF currently holds up in 8 municipalities where they are deputy mayors.
No, that's true, but those deputy mayors sit in ESCO and IFP seats. So we handed them over to them as a means of consolidating the opposition to govern. Those ESCO members were chairing portfolio committees, which means that they were taking decisions. So we don't understand this notion, Yoguti, they were not participating in government. They chaired ESCO seats, committees. So if when they resign, we are going to replace them because it's our seats in any case. I think the other thing which may have missed the EFF's leadership's understanding is how the local government construct exists in this province in comparison to the rest of the country. There was an element of being misinformed at best and ignorance at worst. Thank you.
That's Kulego Shangklengo, who speaks on behalf of the IFP, saying that the EFF in the politics of the province of KwaZulu-Natal may have misunderstood some of the things that are taking place in the province of KwaZulu-Natal.